Konnichiwa. I wish to extend a special greeting to our colleagues and friends in Japan. Japan will always be remembered as a country that hosted the milestone 10th Conference of the Parties of the UN Convention on Biological Diversity in 2010 in Nagoya, where we adopted the Aichi Biodiversity Targets and began the United Nations Decade on Biodiversity. For both of these events, we are in the final sprint to accelerate the progress this year. The International Day for Biodiversity gives us the chance to celebrate the incredible variety of life on Earth, to appreciate nature's innumerable contributions to our everyday lives, and to reflect on how it connects us all. The pandemic serves as a stark reminder that we need urgent, sweeping international cooperation to preserve nature, conserve biodiversity, and protect human health for generations to come. This year's theme, Our Solutions Are in Nature, highlights that biodiversity remains the answer to sustainable development challenges. From nature-based solutions to climate change, food, water security, and sustainable livelihood, biodiversity remains the basis for sustainable future. Communities are facing the danger of even more unprecedented negative economic, social, and human consequences if we do not act now and adopt a way of life in living with nature. Biodiversity loss is a direct result of short-sighted human activities, including uncontrolled mining and infrastructure development, unsustainable farming, and deforestation. All these have degraded ecosystems and have created the conditions that lead to events like pandemics. While the world is striving to end this pandemic, we all need to take urgent actions to build a resilient and sustainable global economy that incorporates nature at its heart, even as we build back from the crisis. Millions of jobs in sectors such as forests, fisheries, agriculture, tourism, and pharmaceuticals are heavily dependent on nature. Recovery plans that build a transition to biodiversity-friendly economies will create more jobs and provide decent livelihoods. About 1 billion people living in extreme poverty are in rural areas, where employment opportunities are already scarce. Their household income is based on ecosystems and natural goods that make up between 50 and 90% of the so-called GDP of the poor. Governments should use the occasion of comprehensive recovery plans to build economies founded on the conservation and sustainable use of nature and the equitable sharing of its benefits. This will help all, including the most vulnerable. We need the world to continue to work towards an ambitious and effective post-2020 global biodiversity framework to be agreed at our next conference of the parties. This framework can contribute to increasing nature's benefits for the people. The result will be extensive, including improved global nutrition and access to drinking water, resilience to natural disasters, and nature-based solutions to achieve the Paris Agreement on climate change. All of this is integral to sustainable development goals, which risk being undermined as the result of the pandemic. This pandemic has shown in clear terms that international cooperation is paramount for the health of our nature, our economies, and our people. Let us work together and support solutions that are in nature. Happy Biodiversity Day.